Well, welcome well, it's a joint update actually, Edwick Lane and Droxford. I've been doing a bit on both. We'll start with Edwick Lane, and what I've been doing, I've done the floor for the engine sheds. I'll do this one first. I've just painted the middle bit black there so it looks like inspection pits are in there. So I've got that done. It's basically thin plywood I had. There's balsa wood underneath, and then thin plywood on top, painted with some well, just a tester pot, and then what I've done is I've got a pencil and rubbed it, you know, scribbled on there, wet my finger and just rubbed it in just to weather it down. I've done that bit as far as here. I've run out of paint now, so I can't do the rest because I've marked the path in to go along here and across the track there, but I've run out of paint. I've also done this shed here as well. Done the same way with the balsa wood, then the very thin ply on top. In fact, I ran out of it. This bit's card because I ran out. So, but done the same way, and then of course weathered around it as well. The path going round. So what else have I done today? I did this over the weekend. Of course, it's now Wednesday, so I did all this over the weekend. As I say, I've marked out with a pen where the path's going to go through there between the two. This little building, I'm probably going to keep it there. This was one that was left over. It was in the old preserve shed, and I got nowhere to put it over there, so I thought that'd be nice there. It was like offices on there, so that's where that's going to go. I'll tell you what else I've done. I was cutting out some hardboard today, so what I've done is I've cut out the piece to go in this corner. It's going to be raised up a bit because when I do this, the wiring is going to go underneath, so I don't have to, as I said on the previous video, I don't have to go crawling underneath the board. So the wiring will be underneath this board, so it'll be lifted up there'll be a retaining wall fixed to this as well. I've left that gap there for something else that I'm going to do on that. There's going to be something else going to go here, but I'll more about that later. I've just stuck that there for a minute, but it curves because obviously that's the piece I cut out from here. I'll probably cut a proper piece to go in there to finish that off eventually. So right, that's that bit. So we'll have a trip over to Droxford. So what we've done at Droxford, well, to what I've done, nothing actually layout wise, but I've now done the fascia along the front. That's what I've done that today. Done the fascia there. I've also sit down here. I've also done that bit along there. I'm not going to put a piece in there simply because it's too fiddly, and also here I can still reach if I need the 12-volt sockets on the controller. I can still use them. Also it lets the air get to the back of the controller. I've cut it to fit round the controller, and there's the track cleaning unit, and that's it. Yeah, so that's in. It's got to be painted. I haven't got any paint to do it. I'm probably going to paint it black because the lower half of the walls in this room are black, which would be, and this roughly comes below the dado rail around the room. So I'm going to paint all this black to match the lower half of the room, and then I'm going to print the station name onto a piece of paper and then fix it onto the front of the layout. I think that's what I'm going to do there when it's all painted. But yeah, I had quite a productive afternoon doing that. So yeah, that's what I've done there. I've got all that done. I'm going to cut a piece of card to fit in there and just glue it down to that. But as I say, that's just all. This piece is just screwed there because if I need to get this out, which I will do at some point if I decide to electrify the rest of the point work, I can just unscrew that comes out, undo them screws, and this lifts out so I can get to the wiring underneath, so it's crawling under it. So yep, that's what I've been doing. That's the basically what I've been up to at the moment. I'll tell you what also, every time I do anything on there, this thing rolls forward and then it hits the points and derails. It's weird because there's a slight the board's got to be lifted this end to stop everything running away, but this decides it's going to sort of let itself go. I don't know why. I need to put something there. Anyway, so what I've been doing over here, this is going to be the Preserve Transport Depot. This in the funeral yard, I've straightened this up because I discovered that the HSTs will fit in there anyway. So what I'm doing, this little signal box is going to go here. This is for the this little bit here. I wanted to move this over to here, but I can't reconfigure this bit of track, so I'm just going to leave it. I'm going to sort this out, trim this up, but I thought that'd fit nicely there. These are here at the minute because I've got nowhere to. They're just stored there at the minute. So I'm going to move this over to there. I've got an old APT coach that I got parts from, and I'm going to have that displayed somewhere. I'm not sure where yet. And then I can have my buses, so I can get 4 in the shed there, and the rest of them can be parked along here. So you know, I've got a bit more room in the transport depot. So that's how that's going to work. I think I've got some level crossing gates that I'm going to stick there. I'll leave them open obviously because I'm on the shunt. I've got to keep doing it, so they'll be fixed open for that. That's an old. I'm going to paint that signal up so that can just sort of kind of just sit there for that. And then any sort of locos that are not running or whatever, I can just swap them over and stick them in there. I don't know if I'm going to put a floor in there yet. I might not bother. I might just paint it grey to look like concrete, I think, on that bit coming out of there, because I think it curves slightly. I'll have to have a proper look at it, see what I can do. But at the moment, I'm just going to leave it like that. This is going to be a future project, so to speak. So anyway, that's what I've been up to. And well, last few days, since the weekend, I did the engine sheds at the weekend, got the flooring down in that. I've done the fascia today and cut that other bit out. So anyway, hope you're surviving the old lockdown and things. I'm finding plenty to keep me occupied at the minute. Whether that'll carry on, because I think we're going to be another 3 weeks yet. I know I'm off work till at least the end of the month. So it looks like we're in for the long haul, if you like. So I think I've got plenty to keep me going. It's just I've run out of paint. I need paint. I need paint to finish the sky on the back seen on Droxford. I need paint to finish the the engine sheds and that. I need paint to do the thing, but everywhere that sells paint's shut, I think. So I'll have to just sort of leave it for now. But still, I've got plenty of little bits and bobs that I can make a start on the bits for the houses in the corner on Adwick Lane anyway. So I've got plenty to keep me going. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay safe and catch you on the next update. Bye for now.